National and AU Anthem. Thank you very much. We may take our seats. We have done with item number 1 and 2. We will be going to item number 3, which is the prayer. Pe galikano yoshitoporwa shalandurako. Dene ina paturwa kuchori ningi galikano. Malonde itekela kutia makatiketu. The reports are saying 99 of Namibian, we are still Christian. Pamondi shingo kuindira umo makatiketu ewi yetu kwa fere makuninga alikano pa ufupi. Andika ako sina kuanifa shokuri kasha hinde anina hara kuyamba. Papa hala kumuivibike ni ano. Tate Mateus Enjala, the deputy mayor, nesimane kwenene andi kuindireke ukwatere kumu ipopi wayo ya aishe. Mwakwatere wanokuninge alikano. Ya, yalo.
Ewa, nandipa nduromito nde inekererwa komwiriki oshitufishonena opo ndipaturule oshifanene shetu negalikano natumpanduleni nokomwindira tatonyuki no yapuki natukupandule inyo enda pamwe na semenja vetu endeka nehupi omwene ngwihonyengwa kusha na tukuifane na tango ulo kafimbwa tukakarahma oyo ukale esigo negameno lyetu tugamena kwa ihe taivuru okuyona po omalutu etu neemwenyo vetu ndiye tokawilika aiha atukeyininga mapahalo lyoye onshiti wetu tova onena na aluhe. Amen. Director of Proceedings, thank you for the chance you give me to do a welcoming remarks. Yes, it's indicated in our programs. There is a welcoming by Her Worship Mayor Selma Nelago Asino. He is not here today for other commitments. The Director of Ceremonies, Honorable Indigenous Enjala, Governor of Onsat Region, Honorable Andreas Stama, Chairperson of Onsat Regional Council, Mr. Jafar Musa Eliakum, UNESCO representative to Namibia, Mr. Dennis Munyingwa, President of Indigenous People Marginalized Community Youth Organization, local and regional councillors, traditional and spiritual leaders, distinguished invited guests, member of local place corps, fellow Namibians, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and honored participants, we gather here today in the bright town of Outapi in Onsat region as we came together to commemorate the International Day of the World Indigenous People. This year, the theme Indigenous Youth as Agents of the Change for Self-Determination underscores the pivotal role that our young Indigenous leaders play in shaping their communities and asserting their rights. Namibia, as a committed member of the international community, proudly ratifies the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People and actively engaging in the United Nations Permanent Forum of Indigenous Issues. Each year, on the 9th of August, we mark this significant occasion to sharpen the right of our Indigenous people. In the Namibia context, we particularly recognize the San, Ovatwe, Ovachimba communities as our Indigenous minorities, marginalized community. This commemoration stands as a steadfast dedication to uphold and safeguard the human rights of our Indigenous people. We emphasize the importance of preserving their culture, language, knowledge, and this event provides a platform for cultural exchange where our community can showcase their rich heritage through performance, practical, and dances. As we celebrate the International Day of the World's Indigenous People, we extend our focus not only to Namibia, but also to indigenous community around the world. Within our nation, these celebrations resonate with the indigenous minorities, marginalized community in the region of Kavango East, Kavango West, Kunene, Ohangwena, Omaheke, Omsati, Oshana, Oshkoto, Ochonjozupa, and Zabezi. Namibia proudly joins head with the global United Nations family in observing this vital day of recognition. Over the years, the division marginalized community has dedicated itself to commemorating and hosting this event, a tradition that begins with its official launch at Parliament Garden, Windhoek Commerce region in 2012. Dispute challenges such as financial constraints and the pandemic's impact, we have remained steadfast in our commitment to honor this occasion. Looking back, we have shared this meaningful gathering in Chukwe, Ochonjozupa in 2018, Ochomuru Kunene region in 2019, Gobabis Omaheke region in 2022, and then now in 2023, we urgently anticipate the event unfolding right here in Outapi Omsati region. Let us continue to stand together, unite in efforts to recognize, celebrating, and protect the invaluable contributions of our indigenous people. Thank you, and may this day foster greater understanding, respect, and unity among all of us. With these few words, I welcome you all to our beautiful town of Outapi. I thank you.
Thank you, Nene, His Worship, the Deputy Mayor, Tatekuru Matthew Enjala, for the prayer and the welcoming remark. The reason I did not introduce myself is because I was not welcomed. But now that I am welcomed, allow me now to introduce to you the Director of Ceremony. My name is Emmanuel Shishiweni Yashikongo, a regional councillor here in Omsati region, member of the management committee, and I'm responsible for Outapi constituency. Honorable Governor of Omsati region, the chairperson of Omsati Regional Council, Tatekulu Andreas Shintama, the Honorable Minister who indeed is represented by the Honorable Governor, Honorable Loyal Tuikoko. I will be apologizing to the Honorable. The United Nations representative in Namibia, of course, who is represented by the name is in a language that I can't pronounce. Eherentus Mbamanovantu. Shongangao. So I need to go to that course. Dear respected invited guests, we are now done with item number 3 and number 4, which was the welcoming remark. You know, given the directorship of a program, you are given a lot of power, to which the power also including jumping some of the items, and you will come back to them later. Allow me now to jump item number 5, so that I will then invite Mr. No, I was informed he's also not still here. Maybe allow me again to jump number 6 and 7 so that I move to item number 8, which is now the remark by Mr. Jaffa Mausa El Khatom, the United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, who is indeed represented by Mbamanovantu, Mr. Mbamanovantu. My senior, if it means to give you a cow, I will do that, just because I did not pronounce your name correctly. But please. Thank you
very much. Yes, Director of Ceremonies, Honorable Emmanuel Shikongo. Indeed, I am used to to the name being pronounced in different ways. That the diversity that we are enjoying in Namibia, which we are celebrating today. Please, Honorable Director, allow me a few minutes of your time to acknowledge a number of individuals and groups of people who are represented here. Yes, starting with Honorable Mateus Njala, Deputy Mayor of Otapi Town Council, and then Honorable Indigenous Njala, Governor of Umsati Region, and also the patron of the occasion that we are celebrating here. In the same vein, all the regional governors who might be present here, as well as all the other constituency councillors. I will also include traditional leaders and spiritual leaders present here. Honorable Royal Tsui Kutsu, also apologies if I pronounce it wrongly. In absentia due to bereavement in the family, and our prayers goes out to him and the family, but who's also represented. Mr. Basilius Diakula, Ombudsman. Honorable Andreas Sintama, Chairperson of the Management Committee. Mr. Dennis Muyingwa, President of the Indigenous Peoples, Marginalized Communities Youth Organization. Yes, the list goes on. Distinguished guests, representatives of indigenous communities, and fellow advocates of cultural diversity, all regional representatives from all the other regions who are here, the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good, I think, morning still to all of us. Good morning. My name is Erens Bamano Vandu, and you were not far off, Mr. Njala. Head of Education Sector and also officer in charge of UNESCO in the absence of Jafar Musa El Kadum, who had just gone into retirement, and he vacated his position. And it gives me a great pleasure to deliver these remarks on behalf of UNESCO on this significant day, the International Day of the world's indigenous peoples, as we come together to celebrate and honor the unique contributions and cultural heritage of indigenous peoples across the globe. Today we reaffirm our commitment to fostering understanding, appreciation, and support for the invaluable role played by the indigenous communities in enriching the bond of human civilization under the theme, Indigenous Youth as Agents of Change for Self-Determination. I congratulate the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty, Eradication, and Social Welfare, and all the partners involved in organizing this event. Omake, to all of them, please. Thank you. The world's indigenous peoples are the guardians of profound cultural traditions, distinct languages, and ancestral knowledge systems that have been passed down through generations. Their vibrant cultures have not only shaped the identities, but also hold the key to fostering mutual understanding, dialogue, and respect amongst all nations. As we commemorate this day, let us celebrate the wealth of diversity that indigenous communities bring to humanity in its shared heritage. Indigenous youth are the torchbearers of cultural continuity and the custodians of their commitments and their communities, values, and traditions. Their passion, their resilience, their dedication serve as powerful catalysts for positive change within their societies and beyond. Today, we take a moment to celebrate the spirit of indigenous youth, acknowledging their contribution to cultural preservation, environmental stewardship, and social progress. Can we give a round of applause to the Anasha, the youth, for their vibrant work that they are doing within our cultures to really nurture the cultures and the diversity of our indigenous people. UNESCO firmly believes that investing in education, empowerment, and capacity building of indigenous youth is essential for sustainable development. As partners and stakeholders, we should be committed to provide opportunities for quality education, skills training, and access to information and technology. Empowered youth can actively participate in decision-making processes, contribute to fresh perspectives, and drive transformative change for their community's benefit. Director of Ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, one of the pressing challenges faced by indigenous peoples today is the rapid decline of their languages. These languages are repositories of wisdom. So this is where the wisdom is being housed. Also repositories of environmental knowledge, also repositories of spiritual understanding. Their loss not only impoverishes the linguistic diversity of the world, but also diminishes the holistic knowledge of nature and its ecosystems. UNESCO is steadfast in its commitment to supporting initiatives that preserve, that promote, and that revitalizes indigenous languages, ensuring that they continue to flourish and thrive for generations to come. To strengthen the commitment, UNESCO is serving as a lead UN agency for the implementation of the Global Action Plan for the International Decade of Indigenous Languages 2022 through 2032 in cooperation with other relevant UN agencies. The International Decade of Indigenous Languages aims to draw global attention on the critical situation of many indigenous languages and to mobilize stakeholders and resources for their preservation, their revitalization, and its promotion as well. I'm almost there. To localize the global plan, UNESCO is supporting Namibia to develop Namibia's national action plan aligned to the global action plan. The national action plans provide guidance for government agencies and competent bodies, as well as for civil society organizations and other public-private organizations to develop their own institutional plans according to the country's needs. The traditional arts, crafts, music, dance, and storytelling of indigenous peoples are expressions of their unique cultural identity. Very important. These expressions are essential manifestations of their collective memory and cultural heritage. UNESCO recognizes the importance of safeguarding and promoting these intangible cultural expressions, ensuring that they are respected, promoted, and transmitted to future generations as living testimonies of the human experiences. Indigenous peoples have faced historical injustices, discrimination, and marginalization, leading to socio-economic disparities and challenges in accessing basic services and opportunities. Indigenous communities requires empowerment through education, capacity building, and inclusive policies. We firmly believe that their active participation in decision-making processes is vital to building resilient and sustainable societies that embrace cultural diversity. Before I conclude, we all know that indigenous communities have been practicing sustainable lifestyles and environmentally friendly practices for many, many centuries. Their knowledge of natural resources and ecosystems is deeply rooted in a harmonious relationship with the environment. As we confront the global challenges of climate change and environmental degradation, UNESCO recognizes the invaluable contributions of indigenous peoples in shaping a more sustainable future for all. In conclusion, on this International Day of the World's Indigenous Peoples, let us renew our commitment to respect, protect, and promote the rights and cultural heritage of indigenous communities. Their voices must be heard, their rights upheld, and their wisdom valued as we collectively work towards a world that embraces diversity, fosters inclusion, and cherishes the rich bond of human culture. Thank you all for your unwavering dedication to the cause of indigenous peoples. Together, let us forge a future where the contributions are recognized and celebrated, ensuring that our global heritage remains as vibrant and inclusive testaments to the human spirit. I thank you all.
Omwiriki warandura fano tatyo makengo no inawana. Inawana shashi Mr. Mbamono Vantu okwetupa ehukulia nyashi kakala moshipopi washe siku. Nongene na tumpeni alino tango a round of applause. Thank you very much. Tangu nene tate. Moshipopi wamono ihandika yamo shonsimane kwangwazi no kupopya. Ashikonda haraike ndulike kutya pa uhupi kutya esikuli okuviburuka anhu mbakutya indigenous people. Indigenous people anhu mbaepi ngutapengea mukuro ndi nandero kali chacholye unena ana skola pemuifane no wina ayo kuno shikaha chili kunyandeo te upengea mukuro nga nde kukoneke anhu atetekeli otango ba oyo ya mona omitungiro mutulieni pa mahala matulieni oyo anu yotango moiwana na anu eno ukwacha wayolokafana ndono ukwacha mbono na nande wayolokafana otauhanganifano tango oiwana etu oshashi siopa ife oyenji yomuyo oyo yakwatelapo neenhulu ngevi voilongo etu omangase inatushikwata nawo nongene nge gamutalo tenda jili komeho yange huno hitaimonika ili beautiful omuna anu yamwe yazala notango pamfyuluwakalo omanga yamwe mbatulieni mo modern world. Honorable Governor, people of my age, they don't want to be associated with this dressing code anymore. I don't know why, but we should respect. Ano natusimane ke ihukwaziwa opotu kwatelepo imatuli nokukakwatelapo ihutauka oshoiko shipopi washo nsimane kwashali ashipopi ng'anyo kutya natusimane ke ni anhu imba ya tetekela tango nenga anhu mbatu ti anhu yo maukwachanga tafatululwa mesiku ndino lyonena. Ondalike ndavibwa kutama katike to muna regional councillors, some of the regional council here in Omsati region, Honorable Ilende from Ogongo, Honorable Simon Petrus, the councillor for Onesi, Honorable Gabriel Matthew was with us, but he will join us later again. Traditional authority leaders, asimane kwa tempandura bamu afikapo, o shonga amukala nyono amutu kwa fere o mafimbo aesha kurunu yetu. Tatekuru Ismail Basson, Nampo Regional Commander, thank you very much. You are always with us. Let's keep it up. We are moving on. We also invited learners. Learners, we invited them purposefully so that they can also learn. Thank you very much. We want what you are taking from here. Na shika ningwe notango kuunona mbu mwafia koskola amuke ndifa poko nyimu ilonga nena. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much, teacher, for organizing these learners. We will be moving to item number 13. I will come back to item number 9. Item 13 is that of supposed to be the one from the Ombudsman, but I was informed, unless maybe there is latest information that they are here now. They were not here, Ombudsman. In their absence, we will then move back to item number 5 that was of performance by Omsati. We will then have one from Omsati region and the other, from the group from Omsati region and also from Zambezi region. You just do that after each, after Omsati, then Zambezi, you come in. Ano kuzamono manga hinda popya kutia onomola ninongono ninatu umpopi wetu wesiku inandi mono wereta uchi okwea. Okay. Inandi mono wereta uti umpopi ngwali po namba 13 okwea. Pitike ingene ndilo gifo ungono unyanda ida popya unya tushune niko item number 5 so that we can hear or and also watch the performance from the two cultural group or from the groups. One is from Sati and the other one is from Zambezi. Na tuninge ngatu endere kashona ifimbo katuli kwete asimane kwa Omsati, you are the first.
Kwa ahorike aunjuka na kurupe na pokati ongudu taimoni kamondambo oyo Omsati region okuzirira kwitapa konganjira otandika popya ini mambyo iri mochimbara chichiri mano amukwasanje
unana skoro movie te kondishi yalo kambako nakaningwe ngana watu hatwa chotwa halo
mondambo muno mondenge tute mochimbara sino tunamano otunamo inima byo hatuli na byo haturongita pamthigurwa karo ubochinganjera parupe ate kuri injana dike noa mo hatulimo saatunu oi kulia etu chocho chikulia chetu dino eka ndio hatulia kutiwa orio urarero wetu tana wankwata rurarero maka mano tapumoniko mwanga go hawo pare kisa aerere omonganjera shata tura mwe mwanga kashime tutara ocho chachoto pare keshino chazamo mo mako tunapo okatuchi ureke wetu mano atumonopo orukwe mochinganjerane morukwe muno mo hatu kusoma gadingo hatu wako marutu getu nokuwaeka unona mbopota uvarwa kutinakaje morukwe nasa tekuru injana 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 nasa tekuru nasa tekuru nasa tekulu injana yokwakuti sotwa tekulwa no manoa no manoa no mano sotwa tekulwa no manoa lembimbo nesegere
omeme na ninge pongo kahalo puno na utale. Yes. Puno na utale.
Ewa, mwana na pochi wana. No bili. Alapuna tukonyisa no kutema mlilo chirongo changanjera. So twaza monyanyanga. Nyanyangu chinda ni tapa. Achita anu na mwaina sanike. Atutarangana utaka ngote tukwasa cha showaninge buli tatu utembe. Cha shimambeno ya fanga ya twaitwe izimbwa. Ya zimburu kwa nasane baya likoyonale ya moya shurako. Paifa pulika nga atona sena no kuni nyima imwe ne mwatoka zimwe za kusamano kosuka. Timaji kusamano kosuka ja tumunji no ikusamwe hondo. Atukojita nga tutareka ngakota kwa. Gaguta popionga ile ka Daniela mwashida nje dazama nkodono chiruru. Munguda idongo ya chiweza.
Ano. Mau va con kunda huta te kuruaza. Okay, onda harake ndia je tumaraka kutia ngashinda idabo pya petame ko kutia we are being live. Nengo tuli atu streaming live hano atu monika no komarungura ke panja lya NBC no shoyo ke panja lyo shikondo hino show ministry ouka kwashike kokano hano chatu cho Ministry of Gender Equality ya taife nyimwete pamwe nanga okutia otate kulota eli nemo mo process ya kutema omlilo ya ndishise ni otulie ningane mo uparwa semanga hitulie ni mo uparwa numbaya batahanga mo shirongo muno ndishi nyipazeni ke video mataro paze imonga mo ingoti opaza kwa mo ingoti opena na anu mbaya fika tango na anu mbaya fika tango ono nkaro ya karata tema na ondiro gashimbota ulongifwa ko tate kurumba mwete eriko meshombo Ya o ta twikire ng'ano tango nokutara ngeta uteme asika andi dire angego asimane kwa yaka mona kucha ina utema otaike pila mongane kucha ohalo ngifa shike na shike opo tu tale kucha tuka commission onkalo ulingini. Okay. Exactly. Thank you.
Ya ondiro kuno bepo akuzingo kaluthi mara akuzimwa ko bepo.
Yalo. Pamwe tate kulu? Tate? Onda aditi pamwe. Omushiko kuyamo pa uhupi kutwa hamulongifa shikenya mutema pa uhupi ke?
Ondiro shatu tema tulongisa o chikuni cho mkanga.
Yalo.
No chikuti cho nzimba. Yo ima tulongisa na ombyo.
Okay. Apa turwana ndomu hivi nenga
ayo ha utaike wa tora batitiko mkanga mwana uno chikuti cho chiziba utemike ko ne nashinga uzo kalwithingo shika uono ko mbepo.
Okay. Yalo. Na tuya hakerenyo make? Ya omepopi wetenire ya kuchano mosenda muno otaihala kuundura pono ipundi no show tenda. Let me just take this opportunity to appreciate our group Anjino Momsati. Keep it up. Yes. Oh, while they are proceeding to their seat, oh, Zambezi region, are you there? The group from Zambezi. Welcome, welcome, my favorite people. Na tu hakere no group anjia zako make. Otamo na nyia demonstrator oilongifo mwayombi halongifa nenge bio ya kala nokuli halongifa peta mekorera manga ongoro inaia grupa vino ndishatu chovanga viva va totapo irongo imbo ya mona kucha po mahala mano hapa vuro kukarwa nokuli yonyi akala no ina mwenyo yakale referendum. Welcome. Welcome the group from Zambezi region.
Tete ikurita kwena tiyo tete doctor ate kwek aite kunyeto te toho chako mano te chonu amkoma kuin anta tete kunyeki tengasa ne ngakwana kaingi te hisa nyengo hoja to mu sa tete kunyeka
Mwali opandi ya kutoroka. Kwa ika amo yale. Yalo na tuyapeni notango makea wana we can now see the diversity that Namibia is blessed with. I wanted to translate what the senior was saying, but oh yeah. Oh, the child wanted to assist me. Okay. Oh, oshashike oshikwekwe bushango shafa shakana makashona. Malandikea unenenga kolaste kwi. With that done, we really appreciate you, the colleagues from Zambezi region. We were with item number 5 because we went back on the directive of the director of ceremony. Now allow me also to direct you to item 15. 15. Item 15, this item was the introduction of the keynote speaker. But like I said earlier on that Honorable Loyal Kuikoko, the Deputy Minister, Marginalized Community, is not with us today due to unforeseen situation, and we believe they are having death in the family. We extend our sincere condolences to the bereaved family. Ano oshitwanya tu dealing ni na shopa ife oshina kwa nifashali shina kukala shapewa ongoronea origina yetu inguno ihandika popye vinalia shasho openda ngute keli popye shone shalo shina kwa nifa shoku ingivanenge shoku popya ingute tu popifa nena ngenongo mpopi wesiku yo ena aliena kukala ompevi minister mombere wa injo hatuti ombere wa ilimo office of the presidency ombere wa yo marginalized community ano ya anumba ya kalanga ya taliwa kutia o elipohi unenenge gashi ya koini maimwe ongene oshitwanyono ondani ngamone elunduruko no shitwanyono pa ifondeshi anjapo no kona shipundi wage original council ndishi kute inatu shikunda fana nae ndere my senior, allow me to invite you so that you can introduce the keynote speaker of today. Yes, that is Tatekulu Andreas Shintama, the regional chairperson of Omsati Regional Council and the chairperson of the management committee of Omsati Regional Council.
Thank you very much, Honorable. The director of the program, Honorable Emmanuel Shishive Nyashikongo, our regional councillor for Outapi, the host councillor. And on the same note, let me also observe the protocol that is already established. And I will just go straight to the point that you entrusted me to do, to introduce the key speaker of the day. But I should recognize everyone present, including our invited distinguished guests, the deputy mayor, otherwise he did already the welcoming, our regional councillors that are present here, and everybody, our regional commander, whoever, always present whenever there are events in our region. Thank you very much. Our children, that they came to learn how we are living in Namibia. The person that I'm going to introduce to this house is a well-known, except maybe other people from other regions. But I believe and trust they must know him. He's a son of the soil who was born in this region. He is a veteran of the liberation struggle, member, of course, of the Swapo Party's Central Committee, and he has been tasked with so many responsibilities. Then now finally was then given that responsibility to represent His Excellency Dr. Hage G. Geingob in our region as a governor of our great region, Umsati. And the person that I'm referring to, before I will call him to the podium, I will request you to rise. May we please rise for our Honorable Erginus Enjala. Hey, I'm not that in Enjala, that name. Yes, Honorable, may you please join me to the podium to address the House. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Please be seated. Director of Proceedings, Honorable Andrea Shintama, the Chairperson of Umsati Regional Council, Honorable Regional and the Local Authority Councillor present, Your Worship Selma Neragwa Sino, represented by our Deputy Mayor, Mr. Enjala, Advocate Basilius Jakunga, the Ombudsman, Dennis Munyikwa, President of the Indigenous Minorities Youth Organization, Tatekuru Osvin Mukulu, Chief of Mbarantu Traditional Authority, Tatekuru Johannes Mupia, King of Ongajera Traditional Authority, Tatekuru Shikongo Tapopi, King of Ukwarudi Traditional Authority, Tatekuru Herman Ipumbu, Chief of Ukwambi Traditional Authority, Tatekuru Matthias Waraula, Chief of Ombaja Traditional Authority, Mr. Gervasius Kashindi, our Chief Regional Officer of Umsati Regional Council, Commissioner Ismail Basson, Regional Commander of the Namibian Police, Ms. Malta Mbombo, Executive Director in the Ministry of Gender Equality and Social Welfare, Mr. Ehens Bamanovantu, UNESCO representative, Ms. Rebecca Namwandi, Deputy Director in the Division of Marginalized Community, all traditional leaders present, distinguished cultural groups, distinguished youth, all community members, all invited guests, all media representatives, spiritual leaders, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Good afternoon. I'm standing here to represent our Deputy Minister, who's responsible for marginalized community, Honorable Loyal Koikoko, who could not be in our midst. I will read the speech as it was prepared. I'm honored to be among you in your collective celebration of the International Day of the World Indigenous People, a day dedicated to honor the human right, dignity, fundamental freedom of indigenous people. Kindly repeat after me. We are indigenous and we are proud. Thank you. The United Nations General Assembly on the 23rd December 1994, in its resolution 49/214, decided that the International Day of the World Indigenous People shall be observed on the 9th of August every year, a day that marks the first meeting of the, of the UN Working Group on Indigenous Population in 1982. The Working Group Indigenous Population that was eventually replaced by the current expert mechanism on the rights of indigenous people was established to review development pertaining to the promotion of protection of the human rights and the fundamental freedom of indigenous peoples. The platform such as the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues further expanded on the mandate of the population by giving attention to the evolution of international standards concerning indigenous people rights. Human rights and social justice are fundamental principles guaranteed by the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia. The Constitution guarantees that everyone is equal before the law and no one should be subjected to discrimination, thus recognize the indigenous minorities and marginalized communities in the context of Namibia, and further establish the division of marginalized communities by cabinet directive to promote the rights of indigenous minorities domestically. Director of Proceedings, the Government of the Republic of Namibia has further cemented its legislative commitment by ratifying the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People when it was tabled in 2017. All these actions by the government of Namibia and international community has been in the spirit of establishing systems and instruments to create an enabling environment for all and encourage young indigenous people to prosper and fully participate in their own self-determination as individuals and as collective. This year, United Nations Forum on the Indigenous issue is, and stressed on the role that young people play in the preservation of their ecosystem, cultural and vulnerable indigenous people as pioneer for sustainable biodiversity, and preservation on their subsequent need to be on the forefront of climate emergency response. The forum further emphasized on the need to fast-track the inclusion of indigenous and marginalized people in the policies, programs, and decision-making process of the United Nations and their respective governments, which is the birthright of indigenous youth. It is therefore prudent that we welcome this year the theme, Indigenous Youth as Agent of Change for Self-Determination, not only as the theme for 2023, but as the bedrock of starting point of our continuous engagement with indigenous youth. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in May 2023, the Division of Marginalized Community and the National Youth Council, with the support of the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, hosted the historic National Youth Conference for youth from indigenous minorities, marginalized communities, with a purpose of establishing the Indigenous Minorities Youth Organization. This further proof of my office lobbying for consultation, participation, and representation. The young people who gathered for that conference had the opportunity to partake in the formulation of their organization and its constitution. They also selected their regional representative and members of the interim national committee. This platform creates opportunity for young people to be part of the leadership process and govern the structures in which they are actively consulted and represented themselves, their community, and their own reality. As a government and other stakeholders, it is our responsibility to demonstrate how to foster agency of change and promote and develop oriented participatory model of indigenous youth and ensure that adequate resources are allocated to that effect. Director of Ceremonies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the government offices, ministries, and agencies develop partner with only ensure that young people are empowered for their agency and self-determination. If the role that these young leaders are playing in ensuring the reality and self-determination is recognized, therefore, I will categorically accord them the recognition on this day and platform. This pioneer conference held in May 2023 demonstrated, elected the leadership of the indigenous minority youth, Let us give this national leaders team a strong spirit, youth a big round of applause. Director of Ceremonies, the establishment of this youth organization and the elections of the above dynamic leadership representing marginalized communities, indigenous minorities, youth of national platform, is evident that the government of the Republic of Namibia is ever dedicated for promotion of inclusive social and economic development, civic participation for marginalized youth. For indigenous youth of Namibia to strong roots their place in this theme, indigenous youth as an agent of change for self-determination, it is imperative to uphold and promote intergenerational dialogue to ensure that the marginalized communities and indigenous minorities, languages and cultures value are preserved, including self-promotion for economic emancipation. The marginalized communities, indigenous minorities, youth should also take education seriously to enable them to enter higher level of leadership, secure employment, and direct their own future. I therefore urge all stakeholders in value homage and pledge their support to the newly established Organization for Indigenous Minorities, Marginalized Youth, accord them opportunity to try, fail, start over, fall, stand up, take step again, and grow. Provide them with necessary and start-up resources, platforms, and opportunity for mentorship to ensure that they promote their agency and work towards self-determination. Let me quote the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs to cement it. It is important to have an intergenerational dialogue between youth elders because youth represent communities, continuities along the path already walked by their ancestors. As the keepers of the traditional and scientific knowledge, indigenous elderly hold the key of indigenous people, culture, value, and cosmovision. Indigenous elders teach indigenous youth, the children, the importance of family, community, nature, and their responsibility with the structure. Ladies and gentlemen, let us therefore use today's celebration to honor Namibian indigenous people and accord them a place in history to rewrite and write a new chapter and bold narrative for their own future. May we equally support them in their quest for self-determination, be in that of the culture, economic, prosperity, the ownership of resources, innovation, or social mainstream. Again, repeat after me. We are indigenous and we are proud. I hereby declare the International Day of the World Indigenous People officially open and wish you a joyous celebration. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's be seated after the governor. I want you to give a very, very, very big hand to the minister through the governor. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, Honorable Governor, on behalf of the minister for delivering such an informative and educative statement. We really appreciate. We are moving. While I was recognizing, I want also to recognize all the head of institutions that are represented here today. Mostly I recognize Tatekuru Benjamin Aseb, the Director of Education in our region. Thank you very much, Tatekuru. I really appreciate that you took time from your busy schedule to be with us today. Tatekuru Eric Fundula Nehwanya, my senior brother, representing Nakayale Vocational Training Center, the head of center, and the team. Thank you very much. And all the head of institutions that are with us today. Ondem pandura nehono, akareripo, ikondo e pangero amushe, no ikondo yo pa umwene, no show mahanga no yo pa umwene, ondem pandura asmane kwa. Ya manga dirimono nda harake nduli ke kutia mwapange ngono vija asmane kwa oitufimbi no itufimwe asimana ne ngono no ngene onge bere wa vepangelo oshapumbi wa luhe shanya to organizing go itufimbi no na twendere ni pamwe okasista kangere peko ndete kuchokwe uvite kuchandi tinge pinyandi popingao ngwe elipo azako ministry head office. There should always be a very strong collaboration between the regional office and head offices of different institutions. But I should appreciate also the learners from both Utapi Primary School and Johnny Pandeni Combined School. Through Director of Education and Principal of your schools, I want to appreciate that you are here with us and you are following. Amulanduranga ho? Atukanji konga shako skola. Kuya kwetumba inaya. Thank you very much. NBC, we are happy that you are connecting us with our followers. We are done with item number 17. I will then start going back. I want to take items from 16 that we have Ochonjo-Zupa region. Mostly we have a group from Tsunkwe community, and we also have a group from Oshana region. In that order, please, you may come mutu pe o item ambono. Anotuna shendo shazako Ochonjo-Zupa, origina yetu yoko Ochonjo-Zupa. Unene tumba mwaza ko area ya Tsunkwe. Onda haradi mpaka mitongano pomu ye mutu ulikire nenge mutupe o aitema nengo shinyanga varwa shimwe nenge iyalyo shikola ya kuti omwe shilonge kivangini amukarandurwa koshana mutupe kashinganda ulika kutya anu mbano taulike omifirwakalo vetweni unene tu shashi oyo anu yalendinga tango mumavimu toihanga unene mo Namibia. They were the founders of this land, and we are always respecting them as indigenous people. Chonjozupo pangamuli, just by saying, oh yeah, lo ayo puede. Ay naha kerero make manga in Africa no kudi. Yeah. If I may quote from Otapi, is our culture is our heritage, our pride.
We're going to make fire without the two stick. The two stick is coming from the bigger trees called the mageti tree. But the young shoot at once, we cut them in two pieces, then we make fire out of it. Hey! Either to make the fire, you put a little bit sand inside. The sand is to make the friction and the heat. Go. As we were called, come on fire. Then you talk with your old ancestors, so the fire must quickly comes. You see the smoke is coming, and the ash which will come out will come with the fire.
Are you following? The number of camera people have increased, so the hard table cannot see anymore. Please allow the hard table also to see. Hard table hala kutara omwalu we media waningo munje.
Itwa. Kota. Go. The fire's already on that ash. Now you have to blow it very slowly until it catches fire. That one. There is the fire. The fire is there. I see. It's a guy. It's a go. Oh, They were just quickly going to showing us a little demonstration as the Bushmen people go into the bush, how they do a demonstration of the hunting.
Hello. Anot okwati kota ke tulikira kutia ongano yakala moihwa okuka konga okana mwenyo kokuparufa ohachiningwa gini kokuparufe umbo.
No talk, only hand signs which they are using. The sense is to see the direction where the wind is blowing, because if the animal here you're smelling, it will run away.
Hello.
Hey! So now,
Hello.
we will do you.
Ya pakara pak popiwa shanya kukongiwa ufitu kuti ndero sign
Quick,
igeta
quick,
yuli
quick,
kwa.
quick. That's calling the healing dance. Hey!
Very good. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Another hand of applause. Very good. We appreciate the colleagues, our cultural group from Ochonjozupa region, from Tsunkwe West. We really appreciate. So I want to call Oshana if they, then in absence of Oshana, allow me to move, Rebecca, quickly. Can I have consultation with you? They are around.
West, they are around. Shikoto is around. Okay. And then Ochodonjoka here is Tsunkwe East.
Okay. Yeah. And then from these two items, then we will just proceed to this.
Then we have a Maheke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We jump 6
Yeah. He's starting over from here.
Yeah. But you're supposed to have started at 6 with Dennis. Dennis not here.
This was
he's not.
Okay.
We are just moving to this one.
Okay.
We will just be quick.
Region, Kunene region, Epopa constituency.
Okay. Thank you very much. Like I said, the coordination and consultation is always important. I was consulting, and I'm back from the consultation room. I want to invite a Pupa constituency, a cultural group from Mukunene region. Are you there? Thank you, I see them. From Epupa, we move to Oshikoto region. While Epupa is coming, Oshikoto, be ready. Anomanga o Kunene Taiya, then Oshikoto Idongeki then. Like others, tuyahakereni omake. Kashinga hipaningireni akwao eh. Very good.
So, teri nawa, dejita dire ko etu, eteta, tuta non jongo, tukapata no muhero. Baman.
Hello. Another round of applause to them. We really appreciate the group from Kunene region. Otapandura o group anjuna za Kunene. Nopa ife pitike ingedi kaifane o group anjia za Koshikoto region. Oshikoto opanga eri. Oshikoto, are you around? Yeah. Oli aliwinya ndawana kuviburu kifanyisha popi wapo. Director Iseb, have you heard what the colleague from Okunene said? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Katiso shikoto kamingi na tuya pandurie ningasipa ningira kwao manga hitaya upotu ya peni onkumo.
Meta. Very good. Me dure. Yeah. Lagi sabiro aman giring umata Nepjok nejeng au aman giring umata Nepjok gunu ba aman giring umata ba.
Rebecca, how did you went far for a translation? Yalo. Na tuya pandurie ni omake. Omanga ne tuya pandurie omake. Kaifata tukira kwa ikena. Tukira kwa ikena mbano. This one.
Ako ya lahomba.
Oshikoto shoy.
Kala. Okava ngowesta. Otunkwe East inaita for me. Tunkwe East.
Oh yeah. Then
and then atu yakoma he.
Omba.
No o East okava ngowesta. Ochoda njopo Tunkwe East.
Oh, kaya viviri kwa pomano.
Aina kaka.
Okay. Yalo. Shashi ndibai haliwa na lufufu. Shashi mulipo muliali. Onda harari ndikanjo mito ko sister yange Rebecca. Opweke nkwatere komesho ne grupa alivi kwa valandulako. Ye takafaturu yanga no kuli kuchaya mwemba ya performinga oyo mihoko ipi. Opotendele ni pamwe nawa.
Thank you so much, Honorable Shikongo. I really want to explain because at most times we generalize. When we hear San, we think they are the same people. We think they speak the same language. We think they have the same culture. But now we have seen that they have different cultures. And I also want to explain that the group that have performed from Zambezi comes from the Kwe community. So they speak Kwe Dam. Kwe is the community and Kwe Dam is the language. And we had a group from Epupa constituency, from Kunene region, that is mixed with a mixture of Ovatre and Ovachimba. Then we had a group from Tsungkwe East, from Grashoek. Those are the Kru community. And then we had a group from Oshikoto. Those are the Haikom San. And we are also suspecting that the community that is in Omusati, as well as Omusati, we are suspecting that the community that comes from Omusati is part of the Haikom San. Because these groups are part of the groups that came from Etosha National Park. The only difference is that some moved north of the Etosha National Park, some remained, and then some are around Ocho, Otavi, Grootfontein, and Ochivarongo. So now, next we will have another group that is a Kung, because the Kung are the biggest tribe that we have seen. They stretch from Tsungkwe East down to Oshikoto, Ochodonjupa around Okakarara. Then they also stretch in some part of Kavango West and Kavango East, a certain part. And those are the groups also that is in Ohangwena region. So they speak Kung as well in Ohangwena region. It's just that the dialects differ depending on where they are. So can I have, or can we have the group from Kavango West? They come from Bravo, Farm Bravo. Can we please move because we have run out of time, really? Alina, can you please assist the groups to move faster? And while they are coming, yes, we have done it before, can we please give them a hand of applause? Thank you so much, Kavango West. Can we please give them a big hand of applause? I actually need to inform you the intensity of performance is based on the money that is on the table. There is $20,000 up for grab. So the best performer will get $10,000. The second best performer will get $7,000. And the third best performer will get $3,000. Now you understand why they are putting in so much effort, eh? Thank you so much, Kavango West. Next, we'll have the group from Tsunkwe East. We do divide the Tsunkwe constituency or Tsunkwe district because of the languages that they speak. We are now inviting Tsunkwe East. Councillor Injiarikan of Novanduvoe. Oruvedo Renu Nambano. Our people are quite diverse. We speak Koikoikobab, we speak Ocherero, we speak our own languages as well. So that group is predominantly the one that speaks Junhuasi under Chief Bobo. And that is also the group where, if I'm not wrong, where our deputy minister comes from. So Tsunkwe East, the chance is now yours. Can we please give them a hand, just to encourage them? Give them Vuma.
come on, see. Come on, go to man. Cái đâu nói cái câu ấy, cái nói câu đó tỏa câu sáu tỏa câu sẽ cái chân tỏa, mấy cái chân tỏa mình này, mấy cái chân tỏa mình, mấy cái chân tỏa mình. Aduh nói câu, này, không thấy, no. Come on. Hey. Go. Here, go. Go. Hey. Go. Hey, đâm say đi. Đâm say yo cu. Aku tu nak kat aci dah yang hei tu ku kong tahu. Nak kong. Hey. Đâm ngong. Yung kan hoi. Nasi su. Nó cái gì chậm. Nó còn chậm. Nó còn chậm. Nó còn cái gì thùng nó trắc xa thùng công chậm quá ê đi cu ở đây cu vô có gì hồ ba 이카라 Virit westike ons kry van different vier bome. Ene se naam is Marula tree en een se naam is Babab en een se naam is Mageti en een se naam is Komafora. En hierdie stokke was één persoon wat hierdie stokke gehad het. Daar was nie iemand wat hierdie stokke geweet nie. Hy is 4 stokke nie. En toe die ander ene wat wil weet hoekom my mense hulle eet kos wat nie gaar is nie. En hierdie ander span sê mense hulle eet kos wat gaar is. Hulle het seker gemaak die man het seken vir die man wat gaar kos eet seken daar gestuur en het daar gaan kyk en al die skelmkies van die ander man gevat en vir hom kom vertel het. Nou, hy het iets wat soos game gemaak het en wat een ding wat ons noem hom Johnny en hy is helikopter toe. Hy het gemaak, toe gaan speel hulle die game, toe sê sy ken vir hom waar die persoon die 4 stokke gebeer het, is daar wat hy die stokke daar uitgevat, want die ou man, hy die stokke gebeer het, toe vat hy die stokke uit, toe breek hy die stokke, toe gooi hy uit mekaar uit, hy sê, enige mense moet nou die 4 stokke weet en enige mense moet nou begin gaar goede eet, nie weer die goede wat nie gaar is nie. Okay. Kajan, nou ika, eka kukutsi banga eka kashe.
Thank you so much, Tsunkwe East. Can we give them a good round hand of applause? And Tsungkwe East, Tsungkwe West have explained that they use the two trees, it was mangeti and something to make fire. Tsungkwe West, Tsungkwe East uses 3. One from the baobab, one from the comifera, and one from the, the marula. And I was also challenged to hear, because most of us, especially the learners, you are the ones in school, to learn to correctly pronounce our deputy minister's name. His name is Royal Yona Kao Squeetko. It's very easy. And I also want you to learn something, especially the learners. I really want you to learn something from the groups that are performing, even if it's just a greeting. Simple. From Zambezi and Kavango East, we say Mbamba. From Tsungkwe, we will say Arukache. We will say Kajang. And then from the Haikomsan, then we speak the normal Koikoikobab. Miture. So we learn like that. Next, we have a group from Ohangwena. Like I say, each group is very distinct based on where they are coming from. They have adopted some cultures based on the main, what we call the main tribes where they are coming from. So the Ohangwena group do speak Kung mixed with Oshikwanyama. Me Easter, na nuboe. Thank you so much. Can we clap for them?
Joma mbaye yan choya tikao mema gekang ngetera menanggal keng makang kata makim ka awe basang ngar takara ja mantam kai ma cha cho ya moise ya wase menanggal ma tera mka makri mak oh ta angan ta cha même ko angan ni wa me ke ma am tu tra
chika doma wali tame na juya chika doma wali tame na juya kanga da kang putu fa tu ta juga ka chika doma kanga to wa mga juga batongo ikudia yanga shadi talenga oyo ikudia yetu ya mekuru oyo eshiwete tufika hapa ikudia yetu topolayo ikudia yetu topolayo mapaka
Pepenga otuliva patafika mapata tatala kota te kuluno me kulava esitali oikulia ya weriko ihali monfitu ovale ke hapi chongula ta kakonga peifota veke imbano simbo tasipandula osikondo soma generation na sasi hapi chali ongula ta kakonga ape osikukuta omweke kwali ha hupomu ta pichongula ao mapaka elie unyeli otaka mbelela nengengo kwali akalava afangenge fimbweli lafiki ese pwakala pchana avotaka tanga votanuka votaka njo mapandulo koma generation
chikanda mbakango meme ita tongo shashili yo ikudia etoyo alitamini etoyo yo mekuru
thank you, Hangwena, for acknowledging the government effort for feeding you through your play. And I need you to bear with us. We only have 2 more groups to perform before we finish. And please stay seated as well, because we have lunch available. So you don't need to feel so hungry. Now, can we have the group from Kavango East? Kavango East group is coming from Omega 1. They also do speak Kwedam. They are from the Kwe community.
katekwa tarikera ngangate stosa. Okay.
The deputy minister said we should say, and we always tell our indigenous minority groups, we are indigenous and we are proud. It doesn't matter where we are, we shall always stand tall and proud. The group that just left from Kavango East, for your information, the 4 young girls are school learners at Omega 1. So we just asked for permission. We are keeping the culture alive. Now we have the last performance from Omaheke. They are coming from Talismanis. The Jungle Boy and one of the Jungle Boy's partners and your team, can you please come and join us or entertain us? And let's give them a hand of applause and encourage them as they come.
Good day, honorables. We are going to play a drama of healing. This is our fire this fire is made out of from stones, and these stones they are rain stones from the stones that the rain is when it's raining and it's making fire. These are the type of stones that are making that fire. It's not everybody that gonna be making fire with it, but only traditional healer. If you are a traditional healer and you will be given such stones, and you will be the only person that will know how to use it. So these stones, we use it and we make fire. There are different types of fire we can make out of stick, out of stones, and this is the fire of a stone. I thank you. We are going to play a drama of healing, whereby we are going for hunting, and then we will be having a problem with a boy that will be giving us. Then we will bring him to the traditional doctor, and there he will show us what else is better. Thank you.
Moti. Yo ngazi go nsi go. Ka nere dama dama.
Maheke. Can we give them a round of applause? And like I previously said, if you observe very well, you will see a distinct difference within each group and depending on the influence from the main tribes where they live. If you look at the performance from Maheke, they have an influence of the Chwana dances. That is because from Talismanis is close to the Chwana community. But before we get, while the judges are telling their results, I want to say thank you so much to Omsati region and the regional council and the whole leadership, the governor for hosting us, the director of education for really listening to us on the last minutes. And I also need to humbly apologize where we did not do very well, but you really hosted us well. And I'm proud to say I'm from Omsati. I am from here. This is my hometown. I grew up around here. We are the kids of Onimbu. And Onaitembu Kengama. So thank you so much, hometown, for hosting us. And for us to say thank you, I would like to call the host group, Omsati region, to give thanks to the region. Can we quickly come, Itapa, please? And I need you to also go. We have done so much also in the regions, as much as it can be little. When you go to America in Itapa, you will see our beautiful kindergarten that you will never see anywhere else. That was constructed with the assistance of Palms for Life Fund, our development partner. It's kindergartens that you will never see anywhere else in this country, but dedicated to the marginalized communities only. So let's say thanks to Omsati Regional Council, the Office of the Governor, and the team.
tuyapandureni. Tangi. Andiro gife omitonji nondi pandule mere peka na mwandi. Yuakara no kukwatera commission kokomoko mbutwaza. Paifo eshulikirira kuchoyo mwana neko directorate njono. Shashi no ne ethnic official.
No, just a quick announcement.
Oh yeah.
A quick announcement. UNAM has displays in the last tent on my left on climate change, because this year's theme speaks predominantly on youth as agent of self-determination based on climate change activities, mobilization for justice, as well as keeping the culture in intergenerational, like we pass it on intergenerationally. So school learners, please visit the UNAM tent or the UNAM space so that you can see what they talk about on climate change. We also have a colleague from UNICEF who has got a display or a study that they have done with NAST, and he also wants the group leaders as well as the dignitaries on the high table to go and check what they have prepared for them. Additionally, before the Honorable closes off, all the groups, most of the groups that has got items for sale, those beautiful necklaces. So please spare the changes and just buy the few items from them as well. Thank you so much. Honorable.
Yalo. Pauhupya kutege motenda jiri manu akuchomu no ipindi. No ini matayuli kwa ke grupa vimuete virimano nena. Ovaeterera ipindi. No kulika nga kutayo havuru kuninga shike. No ngene aenda simane kwa. No show unona oskora na tunda mene ipomono. Setu tale ni kutia grupa voya kwetu havi ningishike. Daiki ndahuni na kupandura mere peka na mwandi. Ngwe Deputy Director mo Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare. Deku pandura. Nandi tikire ko ikeno itwambia aradura ko iliali. Ndeinekera kutia omanga ogrupa njiali tai kufa oizemo. Shasha nunya itava na mano. Opena anu yamwe anambere wa inekererwa. Okufako oitwa. We believe that group will be done now with the tallying of the result yokucha oli engwe likomesho na angwe likomesho yashiti yakwa kaeshi ashiko kuteka ashitu twiko nkumo kuchanase na tukarundurula alimongula opotu tule mwenhono moshina kwani fanya tuinekererwa o grupa epeka ukapeni ondiwo te poshende nawa o grupo iri ready. Okay. Shashi, I wanted the vote of thanks to come after everything so that when we are done, we are just done. Yes, let's change our program to that. Akutinga ulipo meo kunwa kwetu. Honorable Governor Pitikange ndiri organizing meme umwe elimu oferende aga akutana hamarwa. Omwenda aziri yako UNESCO ndiwe tokaenda pamwe na tatekuru. So sanyi ulipo meo kunanga. Omito njino havi pumbuyo ke imonari. Mere Becca, are you yeah. Are you the chief judge? Oh, you are done? Yeah. No, I will give you to announce it. Oh. Oh. They'll be. Oh. No, I wanted mwata tenge no esininge. Mara ina hala nawa. Ndete mutu kuja. Otulia ni pamwa asimane kwa. O grupa nengoti manja ye inekere waneika iningoma ya lulo. Nekutara kucha ne grupa iva performing amano virimo mwaro munji. Olie nane eliko commercial. The group is done. No mavina e grupa viva performing okuzapo no morayo tango sioni natu ondape wa mano ndia announcing na andika ya moike onduete for the purpose of everything shahinda announcing your group. The group should just come somewhere here forth so that from there we just continue with the function that the governor has been entrusted with. Number one. Oh, maybe you also want to judge. Who is number one? One person. You said the Kavango West. Oh, some are saying Kavango East. Okay, but then here I have hello, Lenas. Okay, here I don't have a region, but I have the name of the group to say this group is from Tsunkwe East. Tsunkwe East, please. Can you move forth here? Yaro, na inyenge uke mano somewhere here. Okay. We should be a bit fast. Na tuendelee ningaho. I find if an honorable amngete we are kaya rombere nesasi. They should move here. Very good. So, Honorable Amkete, thank you for joining us. Number two, yeah, they should shift here. Number two, winner number two is from Omaheke region. Yeah. The group from Omaheke is number two, and they should stand there. Ano grupo niari njia kufapo papa leo tang etiari oyonjone aza Omaheke. And then there comes your learners. There comes maybe your favorite, number 3, Kavango East. Yeah. Thank you. In that order, here we have prize number 1, prize number 2, and there prize number 3. So, but me also being a student, those here, and Elena, everyone have his interest. So, Rebecca, quickly come so that you can announce to say number 1 is getting what, number 2 is getting what, and number 3 is getting what. For transparency, because they will say all the things went with the director of ceremony.
I was just showing off in case somebody wants to buy something. So Tsungwe East, Ochodonjupa region, Tsungwe East, gets 10,000 Namibia dollars. Omaheke region retained the second place as last year. They get 7,000 Namibian dollars. And Kavango East gets 3,000 Namibian dollars. Correct? Eh? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, teams. Kaja? Now we can go and sit. Let's go and have a seat so that the chairperson of the Regional Council, Honorable Chitama, can now give the vote of thanks. We sing the national anthems. But also, while they are moving back to their seats, I have an announcement to make. Lunch. Huh? So lunch, my fellow learners from John Pandeni, because some of us are the products of John Pandeni, formerly Okavu Primary, and that at the East Door Kanyangela. I come from there. And Outapi Primary, as well as the other audience members will have their lunch here. I know you are hungry. Invited guests under the main tent will have their lunch at the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare hall at the Community Empowerment Center, if I'm not, or Women Empowerment Center, if I'm not wrong. So, Honorable Chitama, can you please give us the vote of thanks, and then we sing the national anthems.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for according me this opportunity to say the vote of thanks. Honorable Indigenous Angela, Governor of our great region, Omsati, Tatekulu Osvin Mukulu, Erengarietu Enene Yambaranu, Osho Oene Ilongo Nengei Tunda, Moshi Toporashet Shamsati, Omsimane Kwa Royal Oi Oo, Mokwa Pokwae, as we were informed, he is mourning in the family. Her Worship Selma Asino, Mayor of our capital city, Outapi, represented by Councillor Mateus Njala, Deputy Mayor of our capital city, regional and local authority councillors present, where we have our regional councillors, Honorable Daniel Megameno Ilende, the councillor for Ogongo constituency, Honorable Simon Pietrus Shanika Monesi, regional councillor for Nesi, Honorable Junius Amkete, councillor for Sandy constituency, Honorable Matthias Gabriel, councillor for Oshikuku constituency, and the host councillor, who is also the director of the program, Honorable Emmanuel Shishiveni Shikongo, Mr. Gervasius Kashindi, the Chief Regional Officer from Sati Region, directors present, senior officers from various institutions within our region, Mr. Dennis Munyingwe, President of the Indigenous People Marginalized Youth Organization, Mr. Enes Bamana Vandu, representing UNESCO, Mr. Balisus Changuka, Ombudsman, Commissioner Ismail Basson, Regional Commander Nampol, and the team, all invited guests, cultural groups, dear learners, medias, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It says, bring people together, it's a beginning. And it also says, a national or a nation without a culture is like a nation that will not belong anywhere. And the culture is the identity of any person among the nations. So therefore, it's my honor and privilege to give thanks to our Ministry of Poverty, Eradication, and Social Welfare for have thought and decided to have this gathering taking place in our region. That is the commemoration of International Day of the World Indigenous Peoples Day. And we would like to thank Honorable Governor, who is the patron of this day. Thanking also the preparatory committee that have succeeded to prepare this very important day. And thank all the groups that took part in this activity. Thank everyone that is sitting here for have make time to come and be with us in our region. When you go back, travel safe and reach your destination safe. With these few remarks, once more again, thank you to all, including our medias, including securities, including everyone. Once more again, thank you very much.
Before the singing and
National anthem. Aye, aye. Just national anthem.
okay. Aye. Very good. On that decision, taka to hole kupewa a certificate of appreciation dishi. Yaro, we are done. Taifa tu kaimbe niko maimbiro yetu yo pashuana. Ano umbiro le ukumo Afrika na imbiro yo pashuana. Nokuza nemono aunjuka. Aunjuka tukare nike motenda epe ni mono negugu manwe. Opotu kamone ni omwiha ndere napakale landura fano. Atukale ni mola ina ke humweta mono hishiripwe. Ihandika uva kwenyengasha. Yalo ne cultural group sa atukale ni ngatulie ni ke mono merandura fano pete po ipundie twe ni ngasitulie ni. Po ipundie twe ni ngasitulie ni ngao. Omanga ne aenda batulie ni motenda muno atuheni. Takalele ipo ikondo ya yoloka fana. Omalero pamfiru akalo embere wa kuchoe rongo nengoya shike. Atuheni atufindikire ni governor na chairperson to Ministry of Gender Community Empowerment Center. Ate ndete kucha momba tushimwa atende ngati ipukurula opotu kamone ni omwiha wetweni. Omwiha omweno afafana oshashike kucha kehe umwena kale ngelipe haramo pa ufirwa. Na tufika menino tuimbeni omaimbiro atutameke ngana ndiri ukumu Afrika atuhulire. Yeah. NBC, you should also follow us at Ministry of Gender. You are in a company of the Honorable Governor.
Unity.
may be seated. Opotu yanje no mito ko high table yi nyenge.